Good evening to all the beautiful people of Trinidad and Tobago. Checking to see what kind of response we're going to get tonight, Saturday night. We're going to try and redo the Friday night video because the internet was horrible on Friday. And we have a lot of things to discuss. And I want to discuss can do or won't do. Can't do or won't do. Today, we've learned that the appointment of the Commissioner of Police stunt continues along to distract the people. No scene. Let that continue because the government and the opposition plays for the feeble-minded. And that's why they hate Philip Edward Alexander. Because Philip Edward Alexander brings the truth. And Philip Edward Alexander emboldens people and empowers them to speak out too. So the trolls and the sycophants, they can't win. Real talk, we don't talk. So, let's address some of the issues of can't do and won't do right now. I'm just fixing some stuff and I apologize. Things that I should have dealt with before I came on, because now that all of my phones are synced up, when somebody calls on my normal phone, it rings the other phone. Right, I still have my pep cup. People had a minor heart attack when I said I'm taking a break from the politics, and they realized I went back to using my "Oh for fuck's sake" cup. See? It says "Oh for fuck's sake." And people had a problem with that. So, give me 1 minute. Yeah, I have to answer messages. Sorry about that. Sorry about this. Today I had to shake hands with somebody I've been crossing swords with in the political guile for a while, and I had a problem shaking his hand. Wazim Daniel, I know Wazim a long time. I had a problem shaking Wazim hand. I have no problem shaking anybody's hand. I have no problem burying the hatchet, mending fences, building bridges with anybody who on that same mission to rescue the country. Truth be told, our nation is badly broken. We know that. We know. Okay. So check the whole flick, right? The government has run through a list of potential commissioners of police and given every reason why those people couldn't be commissioner. The last person on the list is Gary Griffith, who was fired by Kamla and is part of an active police investigation into witness tampering by Anand Ramlogan, former Attorney General, brought by the head of the Police Complaints Authority, David West. It is an ignoble and obscene corrupting of multiples of public office. When it happened, Gary was the Minister of National Security, Anand Ramlogan was the Attorney General, and David West was the head of the Police Complaints Authority. And David West alleged, among other things, that Anand Ramlogan used Gary Griffith to follow up, this is information in the public space, matters going on, that Anand allegedly offered David West the post of Police Complaints Authority Director in exchange for him, West, changing his witness statement. Now, see all that drama? All that drama is attached to the appointment of a commissioner of police in Trinidad and Tobago. And Gary is the least solid. Stephen Williams, who's our acting commissioner of police, acting 10 years now. 10 years now. Acting. In a nation where it either can't fix or they don't want to fix it. Now, first of all, let's address this issue of taking a break from the politics. That doesn't mean that I am going silent. I am just taking a break because I have been at the building of the Progressive Empowerment Party non-stop for 18 months, and I broke up the responsibilities and passed it on to other capable individuals who can handle that, because this that I do here tonight and all the other outreaches that I do on the street is my mission. To bring it to you, to expose it, to raise in the public space the condition of our broken banana republic. It frees me up to do that. It frees me up to... So what are my plans? Somebody wrote on one of the walls, what is Philip's plans? I am going to experiment with growing a beard. I have never in my whole life fully grew a beard, so I'm going to do that. And also I am going to finally finish this search for a six-pack, so I can do a profile picture stripped down, but at least from the waist up, and get a little likes and shares for that, because apparently that's what they vote that clown Attorney General Faris on. So six-pack and nipples, so they want that, we're working on it. 1 million burpees and sit-ups. Today, Teresa Blaze, wife of Richard Blaze, current chairman of the Progressive Empowerment Party, co-national security advisor, invited me to walk with friends of her family who lost a son to violent murder. And I walked with them today for about 2 hours. Along that walk, my heart was broken over and over and over. Along that walk, my heart was broken over and over and over. His aunt, Christopher Mohammed, who was murdered for his car, his aunt, I don't want to break your hearts, you know. Share 2 videos, you can't see it yourself, but listening to family members, and I got to thinking, and I'll come back to that, but his aunt was telling me, y'all share the video now. Let me share the video. Let me share the video, bring out the crew, and we'll get back inside, yeah? Give all your song while I share up the video. Where say? Where you want? Tell me. Get them that. This freaking man, David Rudder. I am a writer, I am a wordsmith, and David Rudder, this gave me vex. The man was is so, because he's still alive. I don't think his best years are behind him yet. But he is so brilliant with the turn of phrase and the conjunction of words. And he sits here, wham, 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 wham. You can't miss it. When the iron fall, it humbled the man.
And everything started to crawl, everything started to fall, and the truth was plain. The engine room, the doctor made us close the back canal. The pan is the body, but the rhythm is heart and the thing. The engine room, that is the soul of carnival. Oh, read it down well.
listening to this song, I want you to listen to the jaga 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 going on in the back. And listening to the ting 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 and the iron. You know what's an iron? Iron is usually an old hub from the brake drum of a vehicle that you're beating with a piece of iron. Listen to and grinding a grater. Listen to the actual rhythm, because nowadays the heart of the carnival is tribe DJ. Whoever playing the music on the DJ is bullshit. And then the same carnival. Before, when carnival had actual creativity in it, the engine room down in the center of the lead pan was. You could have seen people, them job where the drummer was, the man with the whole drum set. Anyway, listen to Rada.
Yeah. Check your grandmother
and the neighbor next door. If times didn't change up, or now we'd have still be in big war. That is the same one we put on your mother. Because she was in love with a fan man. If open the church door, just a prayer on the head. As a man who had a mother-in-law who used to do similar, I could understand the man say, she used to open the church door, just a prayer on my head. Here we gonna say, now she boasting to the neighbor next door, oh my granddaughter beats for a steel band. If it wasn't for you, girl, your daddy would have been so dread.
Don't be boasting to the neighbor next door. Oh, my granddaughter beats for a steel band. If it wasn't for you, girl,
your daddy would have been so dread.
But when you see her in the train, you just have to think again and
take it out of the seat.
The engine room is done with a peace made frustration. Nearly every old handman to tell you that his in-laws were outlaws.
Yes,
the engine room
of the nation.
Sometimes I
just can't lash at the bloody thing just because,
you know.
David Rudder, he's a poet. He's more than a songwriter of any genre. Listen to the turn of phrase. Don't give me a jig.
The iron in the head, then
scratching and scratching. They have the drama itching to be red dread.
The cover man I close,
belting blows. I'm sorry for the drum skin. Me and all them backward. May I end up by this?
To become bell man,
the bell in the hand and a tassa man pumping.
Well, you can't stop her.
Well, maybe the next round of this.
And we can go all day as the band play and the people feeling sweet.
The engine room. In the politics of Trinidad and Tobago, the activist is the engine room. I don't know what my instrument is, but I'm beating it every night. The engine room for Trinidad and Tobago. A woman just asked me on a thread, because I raised the issue about Massey and the plastic bag stunt again. Because if you buy the cachet, and hear me, vex till your belly button bust, you know. Me don't care no more. Because if you're a freaking hypocrite, own that shit, print it on your t-shirt, walk around proud. If you buy the cash register, hear me? And 90% of what going in your reusable bag, your returnable bag, your stunt bag, if 90% of what is going in that is high density, heavy duty plastic, you're helping nobody. You're helping nobody. You're not helping the turtles, you're not helping the fish, you're not helping the plankton, you're not helping the ocean, you're not helping the environment, you're helping nobody. I'll tell you why. Further, you see them little Massey bags that Massey admit they spend $34 million a year to pay for. This is what Massey trying to do, you know. Massey trying to take $34 million off the bill. They're trying to make you pay for the bags. And they want to make a profit. They want to make a profit. You see those same little plastic bags your groceries come home with? Me, as a bachelor, and plenty people that I know, just use those bags as garbage bags. Tie it on the counter right there on a hook on one of the cupboard doors, and that is your garbage bag. And when that's full, you tie it and you put it in the dustbin to go. Now, I am saying that shouldn't change, that we should aim for a plastic-free society. I'm not saying that. But now that Massey doing this stunt, You know what come back out? Them big fluff, heavy duty black plastic garbage bag that are 1,000,000 times worse than the little high-low true value Starlight Drugs, Superfarm, wherever you get the little white semi-degradable bags from. All plastic bag. All plastic bag. All bad. All plastic bag. All. My problem with Massy stunt remains this. And you know what happened? I run in Massy to buy 6 tin of LLB. All you know about LLB addiction. 6 tin of LLB. I hand a ripe bananas because I love my banana. And a pack of M&Ms. The LLB in aluminum. The banana is a free hand of banana. I take one of Massy roll of plastic for your veggies. I just walk with my bananas for them to weigh. And M&Ms is in paper. I shouldn't be eating M&Ms, and this had to be my last day of eating M&Ms if I want that Faris 6-pack. But we'll stick a pin there for a minute and come back to this. When she cash, the guy asked me, do you want a bag? And I said, yes. He said, that will be 50 cents. I said, no thanks. Give me back my card. Keep your groceries. Went up the road and buy it, and they give me my bag. That bag is going to be used twice. Reuse, repair, reduce, repurpose, recycle. There are plenty reasons, you know, that plenty who just jump on the environment bandwagon don't know that I know. You see, I'm not a blingist. Carnival time, I don't use glitter. Glitter is one of the biggest environment harming issues right now in the news. Carnival people, I want to hear that. Because that getting in the food chain faster than the plastic bag. It still have to break down for the turtle to eat it. Turtle eating the glitter? No. Because that make with plastic too. You didn't know that, eh? You didn't know that. Anyway, long before plenty of these overnight environmental stunters, we have a company in this country that puts boxes around the community. They don't like to hear me talk because they're collecting plastics that being trucked to a warehouse, packed in plastic, and shipped to China. Nothing in that is good for the environment. Nothing. And I don't want to get lost, and I don't want to get sidetracked. This was never about Massy and the stunting bullshit. But every chance I get to expose Massy, let them know it coming. Coming in hot. Coming in hard. Because the 1% in this country, and Massy is a 1%, cannot continue to walk so heavy on this land. They cannot continue to bullshit the people, gouge them, pillage and plunder them, overinflate and lie. When the advertising agency is advertising for Massy, there should be a truth in advertising law in Trinidad and Tobago. On every bottle of Chubby, it should say this soft drink is linked to childhood obesity and diabetes. On the advertisement for Massy, at the end of the ad, it should say, Massy is the most expensive grocery in Trinidad and Tobago. Shot there for the warm smiles that you saw in this ad in the air conditioning. But no, you're going to be paying more for your groceries. Because we need some truth. Come back to the plastic bags. Come back to the environmentalists. Reuse is one of the things. Reuse. In other words, if you buy, God have helped me, this. Now the only reason I buy this shit to help Dominic Hadid get richer, the only reason I buy this shit is because in Trinidad and Tobago, the money spent on WASA is not actually spent on purifying and distributing water. The money spent on WASA is one for you, one for you, one for you. I know a contractor who he used to import bananas and read people palms, become a millionaire and own a house in Fairways because of his connection to WASA and a water minister under Kamala. Move from banana importer, which is ironic, to millionaire, driving Range Rover. WASA money is not about pure water in your taps. Because if you were getting pure waters in your taps, Dominic Hadid couldn't sell this shit. Plastic. And I had to say, it's either drink it in plastic or dead from whatever WASA sending in the tap. So what is my choices? But anyway, When you buy that bullshit from Dominic Hadid and Blue Waters, if there was a way to cut the bottle in two and make a planter or a light bulb or something, and you reuse it twice, it is better than buy something in plastic that as you use it, you have to toss it. So reuse is a thing. Reuse is a thing. And when you buy a plastic bag of groceries and we reuse it for a garbage bag, then we onto something. No. I absolutely agree in banning plastic bag. I think paper bag nice too. And paper could recycle over and over and over. The first thing man learned to recycle was paper. First thing man learned how to recycle is paper. And paper could recycle over and over and over. They created 6-packs for bears. And I hope I'm the Stura and Carib, hearing, paying attention, they created recyclable, biodegradable. In fact, the turtles could eat it and get nutrition from it. Paper-based, 6-can wrappers. There are bags that you could use that are made in Trinidad and Tobago, made from bagasse and sugarcane. Remember when your mother used to take the brown paper bag from the grocery and cut it and cover your school book? Remember there was a time, if you have brothers and sisters in the same school or in the same system, because chances are everybody had to get the West Indian reader. So it don't matter what school you're in. If you have more than one child, the first child, every child, getting that brown paper finish, you could draw all you want on the brown paper. Don't draw in the book. Mommy will beat you. Mommy will cut your ass. So we was recycling and repurposing long time. Long time. And we as a people need to have a conversation. Let's have a conversation with Dominic Hadid. This is what I have been proposing for Dominic Hadid. My uncle Abraham Alexander is the owner of Water One. There is Oasis, and there is Chubby and Coca-Cola and Pepsi and Solo. Let's have a discussion with all of them. And this is the conversation. At the manufacture stage, and don't let Nestle get away and Hadco get away, anybody who importing or manufacturing plastics, at the import or manufacture stage, apply a tax, a redemption, 25 cents per bottle. So if after I finish with this bottle, I as a Trini driving to go Maracas, pelt it out the window, because I bad like that, somebody else could find treasure in my trash and pick up this bottle, and with other bottles, every 100 bottles they get what, $25. All of a sudden you create business, employment for the indigent, the unemployable, the homeless, the vagrants, the left behind in society that could pick the drains and the rivers and all of the labas free, clean of plastic bottles. 25 cents on this bottle applied at the manufacture stage. That means Dominic Hadid must pay 25 cents to clean up after himself. Because that's how it should be done. Because Dominic Hadid, and I still don't understand how it is more expensive for just plain water than if you add caramel and sugar and color and make sweet drink, because then those things have cost too. So I'm thinking he don't have to pass that 25 cents. Me and Dominic, we could talk. If I was Prime Minister, I would call Dominic in my meeting. I said, Dominic, before we end up banning your plastic bottles, let me clean up after you. 25 cents a bottle. Here that will work, right? So all of the people who decide to become overnight entrepreneurs, because we use hundreds of millions of these bottles a year. Hundreds of millions of Coca-Cola, Chubby, SM Jaleel, Solo, all the waters, all the juices, everything that come in those PET plastic bottles. And we put a 25 cents tax on the import and the manufacture of these bottles. And we tell the people who come to pick the environment clean, we will refer to them as environmental engineers. We ain't gonna call them scavengers because somebody will post on Facebook, when I call Stark a sufferer, there was truth in that statement, but apparently the word sufferer is on a list of words that you can't actually call sufferers. So I don't know if I can call scavengers scavengers. So let's call them environmental engineers. And to the environmental engineers who pick up all of these bottles from Dominic Hadid and friends, take them to centrally located redemption centers and take the bottles and give them a receipt. You've brought in 100 bottles, look, your $25 receipt. How you translate and pay that receipt in cash, where they have to go? Could it be every bank? Because we could create some kind of document system that we know that it is like a check that came from the redemption center that you could go and have it exchanged for 25 cents. So you get your receipt, you get a check, you go on your cash it, you put it in your bank account, you pay your workers because, let me tell you something, if you can't get work and you can't get finance from the bank because the bank don't lend nobody no money now unless it's at 1%. So you can't get no money, but you could get a trailer, a trolley, a handbasket, a bicycle, move up to a second-hand van, then a truck, then a fleet. And you have employees picking up all of these things. And excuse me for 1 second. Picking up all of these things and exchanging it. I need 1 quick second. Every time, yeah. Dealt with. Right. Picking up all these bottles and exchanging it for the 25 cents. So you've paid them, you've paid the environmental engineer, formerly known as scavengers, the people who are picking up the bottles, you pick them, you pay them, they paid. In these centrally located, Rowley, Stuart Young, Faris, Franklin Kang, you all pretend you all came up with this idea. In the same location, pay it at the Lotto Center, I liken that there. In the central location, you throw all the bottles in hoppers that separate them to size, pitches off the cork. All of this could be done automatically, and you shred them or you reduce them to beads, pellets, and strips. These beads and pellets could be used in road surfacing to lengthen the way, to lessen the wear and tear on the road and to lower the noise. 90% of traffic noise is tire meeting road. Plastic beads and pellets in the pitch cancels that out. So we lower the noise level that contributes to stress. Forget that. The strips, you break them into strips, you mix that in concrete. It gives concrete flexibility and durability. All of a sudden, this don't have to go from Dominic to the turtles, pass through you, because now we could use it in construction. Lower the cost of construction because it is 25 cents a ton. And just that is a real environment plan. Just that, just a little conversation for a minute, is a real environment policy, not the stunt that Massey is trying because somebody in corporate Massey said, hey guys, we're spending $34 million a year on plastic bags. How do we drop that on the customer? How do we rock that back on them jackasses shopping in the store? Let's tell them the story about the turtles. Let's make this about the turtles. Because there are some feeble-minded people outside there willing to come into our stores and beat the tambourine and sing the song for us, you know. Just gotta bring the turtles in this. So let's make it about the turtles. So we can move this whole $34 million off our costs. And tell them we are providing no more bags. In fact, we could use this stunt and buy some 50 cents reusable bags from China and sell them at a profit in the store. Remember, the turtles. And who don't want to buy it? We go charge them 50 cents a bag. Brilliant. Go to the head of the class. Have a vacation, Charlie. Amazing idea. That's what happened. And if the people in Trinidad and Tobago don't wake up to the reality of corporate irresponsibility, and hypocrisy, we will continue to be a third world failed nation banana republic. We will continue to be that. We will continue to be bullshit artists coming on social media, busting marks for busting marks' sake. It's like, you know, when I was growing up, I don't know, we had a, I don't know about you, but we had a kind of potong. I don't know if you call them potong anymore. 57 varieties. We had a 57 variety. And his job, every time the place get too quiet, he used to start a bark. And once Mr. Man started a bark, all the other dogs in the neighborhood joined the chorus. And people used to complain. What is wrong with this mad-ass dog you all have? We don't know. We took him to the vet. They checked to see if he had things in his ears. He lived long too and gave a lot of people a lot of distress. Plenty of us like that. Plenty of us has come on social media and just bark for the sake of noise. Just bark. Come on Philip Tread and talk a crocus bag of assery. Because it sounds good. They specialize in misdirection, defection, and noise. A woman asked me, so you didn't know that was Massey policy? Why you went in Massey like you're having an obsession with Massey? I said, babe, we all need to have an obsession with corporate irresponsibility and hypocrisy. Let them know we coming hard. Let them know we coming in hot. Let them know we coming strong. That if you try shit, we will expose you, block you, and shut you down. I will never forget when Eddie Iron, plenty of y'all may know Eddie Iron. Eddie Iron was the managing director of KFC in Trinidad and Tobago before it was sold to PepsiCo and then to the 1%. But there was a time when about 13 investors had come together and built the first KFC, and it did well, and they opened all of the majority of the branches that still exist today. Vemco and them inherited that from other people's work. And one of the guys was a shrewd, and I mean shrewd, I use the word shrewd because there's not a better word, a word that should say shrewd on steroids like Superman, Red Sun, Yellow Sun, bullshit. Because Eddie Iron could have hold $1 till the Queen ball. I feel the Queen take her face off Trinidad dollar because of Eddie Iron paying for so. Eddie Iron tell me in a meeting that when they checked it, the envelope that the scoop used to drop the fries in that goes in the KFC box had a little wiggle room. It had some wiggle room that they could have edited and still use the same scoop. And they would have saved 2 fries. And that's $10 million they saved. $10 million. Nobody cares if they rob your 2 fries. Not rob, sorry, wrong choice of words. Raise the price of the box of food without changing the actual cost. Business in Trinidad and Tobago has been allowed to run rampant, roughshod, kick up the people, the consumers that they rely on. We've developed a nation of false pride. Watch the jersey I'm wearing. Watch it. Want to see this? I'm proud. I could shop and buy what I want. And I like the fact that as I wear my clothes, then my clothes fall apart. I don't care what anybody have to say. And I'm doing this and I'm wearing it to make a point that what people think of you doesn't matter to you. And that the money you are spending on bullshit to impress other people who most of the time don't like you is money that you're wasting, that you could be saving to buy things that you really need. Like a trip to Germany. Shari Wilson and her boyfriend Alex went to France for the World Cup and brought me back camembert cheese that has my whole house smelling stink. So it had to be good cheese. I can't wait to taste it. Because my whole house smelling stink. And you know, the stinker the cheese, the better the cheese. I saw a whole documentary, Michael Jordan, about him not owning any Air Jordans. He shops Michael freaking billionaire Jordan shops at Payless for his sneakers because they're functional and they're cheap. Think about that. Think about that. The wealthiest people in the world have no interest in what you think about them. They wake up in the morning. But you see, that applies for all the real musicians in the world, the real musicians. They don't mind that you listen and that you like what they're playing. They don't mind. Enjoy yourself. But real musicians, real artists, real writers, they don't paint, play, or write for an audience, you know. The idea of a suffering artist came about, and I could tell you this as a writer, to an artist, to somebody who has an art, it is an addiction. To people who play a piano, this Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart didn't care that anybody liked his music, you know. He was addicted to what came out of the strings on a piano and made himself one of the greatest players that ever lived, just feeding that addiction. You could have any kind of addiction. And I want to tell you something. Use your life and your time in pursuit of things. Ignore me, to hell with me, forget me, no problem. But I want to tell you something. I don't own brands. No, I lie. I have a couple Kenneth Cole shirts all of a sudden. And they have a story for that. But generally, most of my shirts, you all see me, they usually say Trinidad and Tobago. That's the only brand that I really wear. Yeah? I don't wear brands. I have no jewelry at all. I don't own a chain, a ring, a bracelet. Somebody buy me a watch and I endure it, trying as wear it every now and then, because I don't, but it's supposed to serve a purpose. And my phone tells the time, so I could pull my phone out of my pocket and I could check the time. Now I could flick my wrist and okay, fine. And the reason for telling you this is this. My field that I did for business is public relations, marketing, advertising, communications. Advertising's job is to convince you that you are not good enough as you are, that your life is shit as it is, and that there are products that could change those two circumstances. It could make you a lot more lovable and make your life a lot more livable. That is advertising's job. Valdez and Tory, Ross Advertising, McCann Erickson, Lonsdale, Saatchi and Saatchi, their whole job is to spend time thinking how to make you believe that you're not good enough and your life is shit. We got scented soap and perfume, for an example, when there was the plague, the Black Plague in Europe that killed about 20 million people. That plague was so bad, and you used to smell very stink before dying. Very, very stink. And one of the symptoms was a highly bad scent coming from pustules on your skin. That used to, the French used to call them rosettes. They used to look like flowers, but it wasn't really a flower. It was weeping pustules breaking through your skin. And it used to smell very, very stink in the noonday sun. So they used to pick scented flowers, lavender. Lavender became a thing. You all know the fragrance lavender now. But lavender and jasmine and patchouli, these things became things that people would go and pick and stuff in all of their pockets, so that when they're walking past you, you smell that and you don't smell death. You know the nursery rhyme? Ring a roses, pocket full of posies, right? Right, Shally, all full of. The actual real nursery rhyme was real dark. It's ring around the rosettes, pocket full of posies. A posy is a type of scented flower. Ashes, ashes, all fall down, as in dead. That's what that nursery rhyme really is about. But I want to come back to this because I want to keep saying this because I want to empower you. I really want you empowered. I want you to stop spending bad money. I want you to stop getting fooled. Seriously. There is not one single human being alive whose opinion of my life will change the way I do me. What I buy, what I choose, what I wear. The thing that you're going to catch me with is good food. But Irie Bites is good food to me. Roti Cafe in Santa Cruz is good food to me. When I tell people I love lobster roti, there's right on the wall. What happened? You don't have chicken roti, you can't buy beef, it's a big shot. But that's $75 for that lobster roti, which I eat once every month, 2 months, is far less than your KFC dinner special every other night. And I have not had KFC for over a decade. And maybe every now and then, I'll eat a Royal Castle. Because I really do like that plastic pepper sauce. But I don't eat that food just so. It's have to be a soup of ketchup, mustard, pepper. Because otherwise it don't taste good. And that is why I will eat a Royal Castle now and then. But I like food. I like to eat good food, and I will go out and eat a good meal. I can tell you where the best burger is, where the Chinese food with no MSG, where's a good roti, who's make the best doubles. I like that. I like knowing that. But the point I want to make to you is this. If you come in my house, I didn't know that there was a term for people who don't buy shit. I'm the opposite of a hoarder. I am a minimalist. If it doesn't serve a purpose in my absolute life, I want shit to be dusted and to be taken care of. I have a big set of things to look after. So my house is very spacious and open. But in exchange for that, I have a massive screen TV and a home theater. So the quality of my viewing experience is second to none. But I don't have crap that courts sold me. I have real. After I found out that Mikasa was selling me bullshit, that it looked like wood, but if it wet, it spoiled, I started buying a couple pieces that will last beyond my grandchildren. So I have a couple tables, side tables, end tables. I have, you all know what Dave Lux used to call the casting couch. It used to be in the background of all my videos. I had that couch over 10 years now. Over 10 years. Shah Muhammad said that's why I need a wife. No, brother. I don't want no wife to come and put doily and curtains and drapes and all that madness. I don't think people should spend their lives slaving away at possessions. Sorry. I just think it's a waste. But that is my opinion. But if you don't get caught up buying foolishness, you would have a lot more money that you could actually enjoy, that you could invest and make money. Your friend going away and say, hey, I have 10,000 US here. Bring some iPhones for me. And you sell when you come here, Paul, on Facebook, you say, I have an iPhone to sell. I want, it's 10,000 in store, I selling mine for 9. 100 people message you. You sell all 100. Don't say I need iPhone business. They go jam you. People don't like to help small people. People will go in courts and play big shot. But if you selling the same thing court selling, they want to beat you right down. For some reason, we twist it that way. But you know what? You live your life. And whoever make you happy, enjoy it. Because we have one go at this. Sorry, still fighting the school. And maybe tie it all together with this march today. The family, the father, boy, the father, man, hold me and cry, yeah. Strong man, you know. Strong, I know him a long time. He don't cry up. But his fingers wrong my back, dig into my back. And he cried, yeah. Couldn't talk. Couldn't get words out. I felt like I don't know how to not be in politics. I don't know how to not be in politics if that have to go on. I don't know. I met the mother she couldn't talk to. She had Parkinson's. Boy, the reason he get killed for his car was he buy the car. He had a job. He was working offshore. He could have like himself. He could have been 51 degrees up in the city. He could have been buzzbar if they let him in. I don't know how light his skin was. But he could have been enjoying his life and enjoying himself. He working offshore. And when he come onshore, he working Uber to get money to buy mommy medicine, because you're living in a country that $5 billion is spent on public health, but not enough to actually take care of the people that need it. And mommy, she was just sitting down the Hall of Justice steps and she was just crying. And I apologized to her. And I apologized to her because I said, I don't know what to do again. I said, I'm trying hard. I don't know how to get the people to wake up. I don't know. I know we could fix it. I know we could make sure. I know that if we had done this 10 years ago, Christopher Muhammad would be alive today. The little boy from McDonald's, he'd be alive. If you vote yourself for proper government, I couldn't say that then, but everybody knew. They asked me to say a few words. I said nothing political. But we have to stand together. We all have to stand together. We have to be our brother's keeper. We have to look out for each other. And I tell them today, I don't know how we're going forward as a nation if we're not facing up to this, that we cannot continue to pretend that passing for law enforcement and justice in Trinidad and Tobago makes any sense at all. It doesn't. Kamal Lochan, I need you to couch your words very carefully, because this is what I choose to do in my life. And it takes a while sometimes. And I understand. I know, Kamal, I know you're not in Trinidad. You get fed up and you're gone. And it takes an effort to wake our people up. And I'm going to keep on trying. So even if I'm not running for political office, I still need to inform, educate, empower, liberate, emancipate. I still need to get through to people. Like the little child with the starfish, there were a million starfish on the beach and throwing starfish after starfish in the water. And a man telling the child, but you can't save all the starfish. And she said, no, but I saved this one. And it's not for me. I don't care. I will fall out with anybody just to prove a point. That I don't care. This is not an ego stunt for me, and I don't want public office. I don't want to benefit from it. I don't want a contract. I don't want a shortcut. I don't want blue lights. I don't want nothing for this. What I want is a better Trinidad and Tobago. What I want is that, you see, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be calling a candlelight vigil. I'm going to be calling a candlelight vigil for all of the people. And I don't want no money at all. I just want everybody to walk with their candle, and we're going to find where we are. And I want to light 5,000 candles, and I want everybody to come out, and I want everybody who's ever lost a loved one, I want you to walk with a candle in their name, and let us light 5,000 candles. And even if the media don't take we on, the rest of Trinidad and Tobago will see the glow of 5,000 lives snuffed out. Your father is Clive Nunes. Clive Nunes is a friend of mine, and Clive Nunes and I worked together and talked again today. And anything I do in Clive is involved. So it's nice to know that Clive Nunes' kids are on this wall too. So we need to not stop. And we need to say, you know what? Pick a Friday night and empty the avenue, and empty all the bars, and empty all the clubs, and empty all the restaurants, and come together and light a candle for yourself. Light a candle for your future. Light a candle for your family. God, Father, Jesus, Lord, Muhammad, Allah, Yahweh, whoever you pray to, Mother Lakshmi, everybody, look down on us, please. This nation need cover. It need cover. It need blessing. Wherever you believe nothing at all. Pray to the universe. Pray to the law of coincidence and blind freaking chance. Give me a break. Give me a little break. Imagine if for one night all businesses have to register a loss because every single customer standing up together. You think the bias and corrupt media could ignore that? 10,000 of us. Can you imagine that? Imagine the message that sends to all of the people who want to say that Trini don't care. Imagine the message. 15,000 of us. Imagine that message. Imagine TV6 and CNC3 don't cover it, but it makes CNN, Fox and MSN. Trinidad and Tobago. The people of Trinidad and Tobago fighting for itself, fighting for a rescue, fighting to get something out of what has masqueraded as leadership for 56 years. That will be the dawn of the change. And we can't stop fighting till we find that. We have to, Bob Marley say, you must worry them. Let them don't take you for granted. Let them know that we ain't taking bullshit no more. That's what Bob say. I want to give them a problem. It is time that those in public office sleeping soundly at night are troubled by the people who pay their salary. It is time. It is time they are disturbed by the fact. And I want to tell you something, eh? Don't just walk with a candle for murder victims, you know. Walk with a candle for the people who died waiting on an ambulance. Walk with a candle for the people who died in our hospital from malpractice. Walk with a candle from the people who just dead from poverty, because poverty killing people in this country, you know. Walk with a candle. Walk with 10 candles. Walk with 50 candles. You just come and light candle. We'll call the fire service and say, watch, we're lighting 1,000,000 candles. We want a better Trinidad and Tobago. The mission starts here. It has to start here. That boy, Christopher Muhammad, was sitting down in his car. He was working. He was responding to a call for a drop. He didn't expect that they would have found his body tossed aside on Ethel Street in an empty lot. That wasn't his plan for the night. What are your plans for tonight? The young lady who messaged me, pretty beautiful young lady who messaged me and said, Mr. Philip, I just happy they didn't take me. I just happy they didn't rape me. The carjackers were so polite when they was taking my car outside your office on Stanmore Avenue, 1 o'clock in the morning. Trinidad and Tobago. We have to wake up. We have to wake up. We need 100 people making videos every day. We need 1,000. We need to drown the national conversation. We need to stand up. We need to stand up for our brothers and our sisters. If they're black, brown, red, green, and every shade in between. Every murder is one murder too many. Every suffering person is one sufferer too many. We have to stand against all of the bullshit that has been masquerading as leadership in this country. We have to stand up and we have to stand together and we have to raise our voices in ways that will make those who are being paid to take care of this country do their freaking jobs or fire themselves. That's where we have to go.
Tell me what I'm fighting for. What I'm killing for. We don't need no more of that. Tell them wicked people. Fire go burn them. Fire go burn them.
Come on, light a candle. Let fire burn them. That Stephen Broadbridge's mother was murdered, they cut her throat and burned down the house. Oh my God, look at all these families, look at all these parents, look at all these stories. Little Asami come all the way from Japan and come here, loving we country, loving we culture more than we did. Asami lived to play pan. She wasn't from rich family. You know what it cost to come from Japan to Trinidad? And this girl just loved pan. That was her life, playing pan. It's like this woman who sang this song, a very uplifting song. She only ended up in the music industry because she ended up down here singing as a backup singer in Soca Monarch and went on to become a number one singer. Listen, nothing that is broken in Trinidad and Tobago cannot be fixed. The police service could be fixed in 6 months. The law to appoint a commissioner of police could be drafted and written and passed into law in 24 hours. Redoing the justice system will take days. It will create intelligent, committed, civic-minded jurists working together, and we know plenty of them that could help us put a clock on the justice system. You see, the moment you put a clock on the case, the judge knows that this case have to finish, that from the time the matter called today, there is a clock running, counting down. You have 3 years for civil cases and 5 years for criminal, so that you know that that clock is counting down, and if you run out of time, the case get tossed, and judges who cannot bring their cases in time will lose their jobs. Don't tell me about tenure. Tell me about run the country properly. Tell me about if you're a judge. No! That don't take stunting from lawyers who working for the appearance fee, who postponing and adjourning because each time they appear in the court, the poor person has spent $3,000 and $5,000. And we know that's what's going on in Trinidad. And we know that that's why cases are run for 25 and 30 years. Your Honor, he not here, she not here, they not there, we don't care. What to do? Stand up. buy your candles. And if you're coming to this candlelight vigil, go and buy a nice candle. Go and buy a candle in glass. Or one of them that you could light it and it will burn for hours. Do that for me. Get your candle ready. Just wait for the announcement. We will tell you where. We will tell you when. Bring the whole family. I will make sure we organize parking and security, and that we make sure that it's a good location. And we will make sure that you're comfortable. Bring your mat, bring your sheep, bring your chair, wherever. Bring the family. Bring the whole country out. Bring your neighbors. This candlelight vigil is going to be a statement like no other. And the last time, believe it or not, the last time I had a candlelight vigil, Faris Al-Rawi, Keith Rowley, Rohan Senana were there. Kamala was in office. Get your candle. Wear where you want, eat where you want, say where you want. Walk with your candle. There will be a PA system. There will be a microphone open to the public, limited to a minute or two, so that everybody could have their say, because some of us, myself included, we could go on. We know that. So as long as somebody wants to talk, Derek Benjamin, please stop saying the lawyers will object. There are ways to write laws so that everybody will work with it. I'll explain it to you when I see you. Come back to this candlelight vigil. I want you to picture what 10,000 lit candles on a ground could look like. I want you to picture that. I want you to picture that. I want you to picture, and we will invite international media. We'll give them a heads up. We'll invite the international media, and we will put multiples of nodes and cameras streaming the event to the world, not just the Trinidad, and we'll sponsor it. I'll pay that money if I have to, no problem at all. We must let the world see that Trinidad and Tobago is not a broken nation, that Trinidad and Tobago is not a failed nation. We will show them that Trinidad and Tobago can be rescued, that the people are being held hostage by its government, by its opposition, by its business class, by its professional class, that we've been twisted and turned upside down, and that we need help, and we need guidance, and we need support, but we're willing to stand up, because I'm telling you something, if 10,000 people come out to the first event, 100,000 come into the next, and they can't call police, and they can't call soldiers, because police and soldiers will put down the gun and take off their shirts and join that march, because police and soldiers fed up of the bullshit too. Trinidad and Tobago needs to stand together as one people under one flag. We need justice. We need justice for every single person in this country who died, murder, health sector, ambulance. If you died as a direct result of the failure of the state, we need justice. We need justice for our people. We need to stop the bullshit about shaming and blaming the victims. We need to stand together with the survivors. We need to mourn for the blood that run the streets of this country. We need to stand together as one national family. All of us together, the brotherhood of the boat. We need to stand together and say to the entire world that we the people of Trinidad and Tobago, we share. They just had a dip in the video in the internet. Share the video so others know we're still on, please. As a brotherhood of the boat, we have this information long time. Perhaps we didn't have the bridge. Let's build the bridge. Let's build the bridge. I want you to get your candle. Get your candle. I want you to post on Facebook. I'm going to write a thread that says get your candle. I'm going to ask, do you have your candle? And I want to see 5,000 people say yes. Spread the word, spread the message, get your candle, put the politics aside. This is not about politics. I step it aside from politics. This is about people. This is about people. This is about us. We, the people. It is time that we stood together. It is no longer about politics. It is no longer about separation. It is about us getting together to be our brother's keeper, to stand together as one people under one flag. I implore you, spread the word. Tell everybody we are going to light a fire. We are going to light 10,000 candles, and the glow from that fire will set this nation ablaze for a better day. We are going to do this. Get your candle, Trinidad and Tobago. Get your candle.
Give praise, children. Give praise. Give praise, children. Yeah. Give praise. Give praise, children. Yeah. Give praise. Give praise, children. Oh, Father, who has given us His hands that we can all feel like we're a part of His earthly heaven.
that chant? I love my country. I'm feeling irie. Let's get that back. Let's get back to a place where our people are safe, where our elders could walk the road normal, where our children could play in safety. Let us get back to a place where illegal gun ownership is madness. Let's get back to a place where Trinidad is not a drug trafficking, narcotic empire. Let's get back to a place where we the people, Matthew Suban asking what we're doing. Matthew, buy a candle. I'm going to put a post on my wall right now. Get yourself a candle. The best candle you want to buy. Buy one that have shade. Buy one that when you light it, you don't have to keep lighting it. We're coming out, we want 10,000 candles. We want 50,000 candles. We want the people of this country to come together and stand together. One people under one flag. We want to light 10,000 candles. We want to raise the awareness in this country for all the people who may have lost their lives, who may have either to violent crime or to a failed public health sector or to a traffic system that don't work. Any way that somebody was cut down untimely, that's what we want to do. Yeah? So, I want to give you something to leave with you. I want to give you something to leave with. I don't want to leave you down. It's Saturday night. And I know we have a song that you expect that I will close all my shows with. But I want to give you this.
You can look as far as I see. Within this great land we call TNT. There's birds and bees, rivers and seas. Pretty woman bringing man to their knees. Treasures of this blessed land we always neglect like ISO and Pan. I find it so strange the way we arrange. Still this nation don't know how to change. Cause some change it might just mean a new car. Change could mean less than $1. To most change have this nice scent we usually get from the government. You see, change is something we always say, but every time we change things remain the same way. Things keep getting worse and worse, so this is what I propose. Let's change the change for a better nation. Change the change for all foundations. Change the change so that we could say that this nation yeah, came from quite down there. I say change the change within the school systems. Stop changing ministers and change what we teach them. But things won't change despite all we do if change doesn't start with you. Sister I, why they don't like Trinis to come and spend time. When you see change is much more than paving a whole road, and change is greater than fixing a lamp pole. Change is about the whole nation and how we are portrayed when the party done. Who set the standards in my TNT? I really wish somebody here could tell me. It's just the same thing again and again, like we leaders don't use the brain. So change within our country. Change so the whole world could see. Change for a better future, so we don't have to depend on our next mayor. I say change within the society. Otherwise we'll have a bandit factory. But things won't change despite all we do if change doesn't start with you.
I am saying to you, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. We are going to start with a candlelight vigil. Get your candle. Tell everybody. We're joining together. We're calling all of civil society, every creed, every race. I don't care what party, what affiliation. Once you're living in Trinidad, and to the overseas peppers who keep this party alive, who kept this movement alive, I'm going to want you all to do your part and light up the whole world. Let them see we lighting a candle for Trinidad and Tobago. I promise you, this is not going to be a PEP event. This is going to be a Trinidad and Tobago event. We coming together as one people under one flag. And that is what we will be raising that night. No party colors, red, white, and black. We are going to do this together and send a message to those in public office that we done past enough. This is the first of a series of events designed to force them to do their jobs or quit the job. I am going to post up a post about the candles. Share it with everybody and make sure to get your candle. Take a picture of your candle. Take a picture of you with your candle and share it on that thread. Let me know we're doing this. On that thread, you will know the date and the time that we're doing this. We're working on location now to make sure that everybody have notice. And we want to give it about a couple weeks so the international media could know as well. Get ready. Get your candle. Get ready to stand up for Trinidad and Tobago. Until I see you again, stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.